afternoon, guys. It's me, Neil, here. Having taken what can only be described as 48 hours to consider Saturday's performance, I have to say it was the worst I've seen in 30 years. 30 years of supporting Gillingham Football Club, it was the worst I have seen. Now, this squad, on paper it's good, but when it comes to application of the basics, it's poor. We want to be thankful that there are 4 worse teams in the division than us. You know, we want to be thankful that there are 4 worse teams in the division than us. This video also is being made 2 days after the game and the performance, because that is how long it's taken me to calm down. 2 days, guys, 2 days. That starting 11 out there on Saturday, only 4 of them come out of it with any credit. The rest of them are an absolute disgrace. But then, hey, we're football fans. Why should the players care? Why should the players care? Right, the fans care more about their clubs in this country than the players do. We lost 4-1 to a very average Rochdale side. Could I have argued about any refereeing decisions? What's the point? You might disagree with 1 or 2, but overall 4-1 doesn't lie. The standard of Gillingham's defending this season as a whole has been poor. It's been awful. Do they really care? I mean, I have no idea, because they're repeating the same mistakes under A.D. Pennock as they were under Justin Edinburgh. I think, personally, 3/4 of you can look at yourselves in the mirror at the end of the season and say, I haven't tried my best. I haven't tried hard enough. If you want a relegation on your CVs, boys, that's fine. That's fine, because the club will be there long after you lot have left. Right? Now, I've watched an awful lot of football in the past 30 years. I've watched an awful lot of Gillingham in the last 30 years. And I have to say, this current squad has the worst application and attitude I have ever seen in my life. The squads of the 80s and 90s were rubbish compared to this one. But what they lacked in skill, they made up for in effort. And therefore, because we lost, but we could see what they were trying to do, we accepted it. Guys, on Saturday at full time, you come over and applauded us for coming. Right? We've just been tonked 4-1, for heaven's sake. Right? We've just been tonked 4-1. Why aren't you lot giving your wages this week to a children's hospice or a hospital? Because guess what? None of you earned your wages. In the NHS, doctors, nurses, and in various other employments, people earn their wages. Footballers turn up. Some of them have better handicaps at golf than they do footballing ability. Now, defensively, Gillingham have I believe what to be the worst defence in the division and the second worst in the country. We cannot keep a clean sheet for love nor money. It's because we're not doing the basics. We're not doing the basics. I'm old-fashioned. Stick your fullbacks on posts. Stick your fullbacks on posts. Man mark instead of zonal marking. Because if you man mark and you lose him, it's one person's responsibility. If you're zonal marking and you lose him, you're all looking at each other going, whose fault was that? Who was picking him up? Now, going forward, we are just as bad. You know, it's as if the players have turned the taps off. It's as if they have just thought, well, why should we bother? It's not our fault. It's not our fault. We're playing the manager. It's easier to get rid of 1 man than it is 11. Right? Now this I would accept once in a season. Right? But come on, they're not playing for A.D. Pennock either. And second manager in the season. Second manager. Right? Now, if you genuinely don't want to be at Gillingham Football Club, fine, no issues. No issues. But all the while you're here, put pride in the shirt, wear the shirt with pride. Embarrassment is an understatement. We didn't do the basics at Scunthorpe and we got away with it. Didn't do the basics at home to Bolton, got hammered. Didn't do the basics last week at Rochdale, on Saturday at Rochdale, got hammered. It's a continual theme. The last time I saw Gillingham perform anywhere near what they are capable of performing was Watford in the League Cup at the end of August. Yep, that is how far back I have to go for a performance that I am really proud of. I have kept my mouth shut all season long, and those people that know me well, will know what sort of things I've said in the pub, coming out of games. But Gillingham Football Club players, please understand us, right? As supporters, we love our football club. Now, I don't mind if you lose 4-1 and there's pride and there's effort. I can take that. But Saturday was just disgraceful. As was Bolton the previous Tuesday. Despite there being an obvious gap in class. We got away with Scunthorpe. 3 shots on target, 3 goals. Could Josh really miss them? Not really. They were penalties. Requires a great keeper to save them. In all fairness, you lot ought to be ashamed of yourselves for this season's performances. Right? This season's performances cost one man his job and look like costing another one his job. Now, guys, I'll ask you this. Do you lot want a relegation on your CV? Because if you don't, fuck your ideas up. Start performing. Do the basics. Do the simple stuff. Enjoy the football. You know, make us proud. We don't give a monkey's if you grind out a 1-0 win, as long as there's effort. But come on, do the basics, make it simple, play the game, keep it simple, keep possession. Now, I could go on and on and on about how professional footballers don't bother, because they give an attitude, some of them, of not bothering. But bear this in mind, guys, you take home in a year what it takes the average Joe Bloggs to earn in 3. Now, do you earn it? Not on this season's performances, no. Sorry, guys. Sorry if this sounds like I'm having a go, but actually I am, because I'm fed up with substandard, awful performances.